Hey guys, Eric and Joshua here to talk about Batman issue 40. This was the finale of the big Endgame story. Very notable issue for Batman and the Joker. If you haven't read it, we're about to spoil it for you. So that's your warning. Here we go. Joshua, what happened? What did you think of it? Can you go on?
Oh God. Okay, so here's the spoiler again.
Yeah.
Batman and Joker died.
I don't know if it's right. That was my fake.
Good thing you weren't drinking water. Yeah. Okay, so this is crazy. This is ridiculous. Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo are the creative team on Batman. They've been doing this awesome Batman arc since the dawn of the New 52, and they had their big Joker arc where you thought he was going away. Then he came back for Endgame. It's been a big surprise. Seems like again his most nefarious plan yet, and it was really seemed like there was no way Batman could come back. But and of course he stops him in the end, and sort of the big thing of this arc is Joker this immortal pale man who's been there since the dawn of Gotham, he's been alive for hundreds of years, or is he playing a trick on Batman? And it's a little ambiguous in the story to whether he is or isn't, but I'm pretty sure he's not the pale man. And so that's sort of like a big mystery that came. And so Joker had also cut his face off, and we found out that
as you do,
he found this pit, this Dionysium pit of magical healing goop that fixes you. So that was interesting to how he got his face back and everything. So he did go into this pool and get healed, but he's not immortal.
Right.
But as far as the confrontation goes, I feel like I'm still emotionally reeling from it, because this has been such a great run on Batman, and for have it end pretty much. Obviously, it's not ending. Batman 41 is coming out in June, and we know that. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's leaked what happens afterwards. I'm not going to say what it is.
Yeah.
But there is going to be life after Batman. Someone else, of course. Last time Batman died, someone else picked up the mantle. So we're assuming someone else will fill the void.
It's always interesting with Batman versus the Joker if you actually get into a fight, because you would think, oh, Batman can just beat him. What do you think of the actual physical confrontation of how they played out their fight?
Yeah, let's nerd out here for a second.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was really good. Very bloody, very visceral, very personal fight. A lot of cool back and forth. Joker is jumping over Batman, stabbing him in the back and stuff. He actually makes this smile with he cuts an arc in his back, and then he stabs 2 knives in for the eyes.
Does he write damage on his back?
No, not
Not
yet.
yet.
But I thought that was kind of a cool move. And Joker's saying to Batman, he's like, "Are you thinking?" He's like, what does he say? Something along the lines of "I'm really quick, aren't I? Are you wondering if I'm training, or have I always been this fast and made you think I was slower?" Huh? Right. And so he's just always playing jokes on Batman, trying to trick him. And Batman has this great move where he headbutts him, but he stabs him with the horn. It was just really cool, really violent. And there's always that thing: will Batman, does he want to kill somebody or not? And this, I feel like he really was trying to kill the Joker, or maybe just disable him enough to where they were both bleeding out, and they just died there in the cave together. So it was a pretty epic fight.
And that was, look, it's not like it's never been done before, but the idea of these longtime enemies dying together.
Yeah.
I like that. Did you think that was kind of cool how they both die in the same place together?
Yeah. It was, of course, there's a lot of power to that imagery, that idea. And another thing of that Snyder was writing into the story was that Joker was saying, "Oh, it'll be a happy ending. We'll both go into the Dionysium pit and we'll be healed." And Batman's he's like, "No, life is a tragedy. It's gonna end like this." You know what I mean? So it was a very interesting story. And there's always poetry to the way Snyder does his things, and I thought it was a pretty cool ending.
Now look, okay, we know people in the comments. We know they'll be back. Batman and the Joker will be back. That is how it works in comics. Let me ask you about that though, because you made a reference to a previous time Batman has died. I think as a longtime comic fan, you should accept that they will do this once in a while. Was it too soon, after the last time they killed Batman?
I do feel it's too soon. Right. I think it was in 2009 when Batman died, but he
Yeah.
didn't really die, but he was presumed dead,
Right.
Obviously, and then they brought him back later. But I do think it's too soon to go that route. I feel like, I know when you do a story called Endgame and you bring the Joker back in his ultimate form, it's sort of what else could happen? So maybe the writing was on the wall. but I do think it was too soon. I don't know. It's not me to say what else they could have done.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to have just seen something else happen. But
Right.
ultimately, what we did get, it was a cool, very satisfying story, and it contained in itself, these 40 issues of Batman, meow meow. These 40 issues of Batman do make a great Batman saga. In fact, it could end here and be nice and just like full, complete Batman story.
Right.
But we are going to get more.
Right, the saga will continue.
Yes.
That's what we thought about Batman Endgame, the end of Batman Endgame. Let us know what you thought in the comments, and for plenty more on The Dark Knight and his legacy, keep it here at IGN.